con los rompe discoteca.
Tú quieres duro. 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 Hoy te demostramos que somos los nuevos jefes del underground. Quieres duro.
Dale tiro y dale más.
Eres high, eres far, eres God.
Los verdaderos. Vamos pa' la calle.
Mi gente,
from New York
what's
City.
good? I'm Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario. This is another episode of Don Yankee con el Bori, presented by NYYNEWS. Today is February 13th. Happy Monday, folks. We got some news, we got some updates, and we're gonna get to it. I just got news about Nestor Cortes Jr., who was set to pitch for Team USA this coming WBC. That's not going to happen anymore. Word is that Cortes suffered a grade 2 hamstring injury, and he's going to miss about 2 weeks of any kind of baseball activities. It kind of sucks. I feel bad for him. You know, he's not going to be able to play in the WBC. But at the same time, we have to protect him at all costs. We got to protect him, and hopefully this doesn't interfere with his pitching during the season. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll make it for the regular season. I think through spring training or whatnot, he's going to be able to heal. And you know, this Yankees organization, they got some good medical staff and whatnot, but it sucks to see, sucks to hear. You know, this team, man, Yankees always have some injuries, right? We always have some injuries, some injured players, and hopefully it doesn't affect him during the season, because we could really use a solid Nestor Cortes. So that's so far 2 pitchers that we have with injuries. Cortes' situation doesn't seem too bad, but the Frankie Montas situation is still there, and it might be a big issue. We're not sure yet. We're still waiting to see if he's gonna need surgery or not. But I hope Cashman gotta be calling up some other ball clubs to see if we could get some pitchers. I mean, 4 or 5 starter. A solid 4 or 5 starter, it would help a lot right now. Even though we have Schmidt and Domingo Germán, we can use all the depth that we can, right? So, good luck to Nestor Cortes. Good luck to Frankie Montas. Hopefully, we could get them back into the rotation. So that kind of affects Team USA's pitching staff. I'm sure they can. They replaced him with somebody. I blew my mind. I don't remember exactly who it was. So I think they'll be okay. Now, I want to go over a quick rumor that came, and as quickly as it came, it left. It's done. It's the rumor of the Atlanta Braves and their superstar center fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. There was a rumor out by somebody. This guy always puts out tweets, rumors during the trade deadline and the offseason, and it's a lot of hit and miss type of stuff. I don't think he's legit, but maybe he has a lot of good luck. And if you do your homework right, you can kind of predict certain moves to happen. But he put out a tweet saying that the superstar Ronald Acuna Jr. requested a trade, and that the two sides had a lot of friction going on. It was about his contract. He wasn't content with his contract because he's getting paid about $12.5 million a year or something like that, and he's seeing everybody getting paid. I mean, I don't know if that's an issue. I think that's an issue he should have with his agent, but whatever.
Damn, son.
And he was saying that Atlanta's going to be listening to offers that those close to Acuna's family, says that the relationship is irreparable. They see him as reckless, irresponsible, incapable of making decisions. Well, Braves beat writer basically said, like, there was a tweet saying this is not the NBA or something like that. Basically stating that it's not, just because he asked for it, it doesn't mean he's going to get traded. We've seen a lot of players request trades. It doesn't mean that they're just going to get traded. And I seen a tweet, and I don't know if this was towards that situation, that rumor, but Acuna had put out a tweet once to somebody along those lines of them saying that he was having issues or whatnot. So this is what Acuna said to the guy: Mi hermano, usted no tiene con quién entretenerse, ¿verdad? Creas un Twitter para qué? Dando informaciones falsas. Ponte a hacer tarea, ponte a ejercitar la mente. Yo estoy tranquilo aquí con mi equipo. Deja de estar publicando gafetades. And he put a few clown emojis. So I don't know if that was towards that situation, but it goes for it. It slides right into that situation, I guess. So the rumors have been, deflated. It's not true. But man, can you imagine if that was true though?
Son, where'd you find this?
And Acuna Jr. is available. Yankees would be all over that. Who would you give up, Rob? Who would you give up for Acuna? Everyone. Take your pick. The Braves need a shortstop. They're going to need an outfielder. Shit, Dominguez, Peraza, Volpe, whoever it is, you give them up. You don't hold back any prospects for that type of player. Ronald Acuna Jr. is one of the best in the game. He's an all-star. You add a bat like that to the top of this lineup, whoo, gonna do a lot of damage. So, but again, false rumors. But I love me a rumor, right? Everybody loves rumors, especially during the off season. It gives us something to talk about. Gives us something to hope for, right? But it's a rumor. It came as quick as it came, it left. But besides that, there's really not any news out. We still know the basics. I mean, the what everybody's been talking about. The Yankees are willing to eat up contracts. Volpe and Peraza are going to battle it out with IKF for the middle of the infield positions. And that's about it. So, but I do want to talk about, we have had some roster updates on the WBC teams. I want to talk about Team Puerto Rico, my team. And they do have some names out. I'm going to mention the names real quick, and we could kind of discuss it a little bit. So, for Team Puerto Rico, the infielders: Enrique Hernandez, Jose Miranda, Emmanuel Rivera, Javier Baez, Edwin Diaz, Francisco Lindor, Vimael Machin, Neftali Soto, Outfielders: the Braves World Series MVP, in my opinion, Eddie Rosario, Henry Ramos, Nelson Velasquez. Catchers: no, not Yadi this time. Yadi's gonna be the manager. Yeah. So we have Martin Maldonado, MJ Melendez, and Christian Vasquez. Pitchers: Giovanni Moran, Hector Santiago, Fernando Cruz, Jose De Leon, Alexis Diaz, Jorge Lopez, Nicolas Patilla, Emilio Pagan, Dwayne Underwood Jr., Jose Berrios, Dominic Hamill, Anthony Maldonado, Derek Rodriguez, Marcus Stroman. The Stroman, Mr. Block Your Girl. Marcus Stroman will be pitching for Team Puerto Rico. Good for you. Edwin Diaz, Yaxel Rios, Alex Claudio, Jonathan Bermudez, Jose Espada, Luis Quiñones. That's the team right there. That's the roster. And no, we do not have Carlos Correa. And it's not because of any injuries. It's not because of what the Giants and the Mets saw in the physical. It has nothing to do with that from what they're saying. Correa and his wife are expecting their baby during that time. So obviously he's not going to participate. He'd rather, of course, be there for the birth of his kid. So it's understandable. Good for him. Blessings to that family. But listen, man, this is still a good roster. It's not an all-star roster the way Team USA and Team Dominican Republic and Japan has.
Where'd you
but
find
it's still
this?
a good roster. It's Team Rubio, Los Boricua, Los Papi, you know, this is a bunch of gallos. Un chorro de abayardes up in there. They're going to be fire. They're going to be in there. They're going to give it their all. So I'm excited to see this team play. I'm going to be rooting for them, you know. And do they have a chance to stand up against these top teams? Maybe. I mean, anything's possible in baseball, right? You know, you never know. Baseball is such anybody can get hot at the right moment. You can't predict baseball, Susan. So that's where we at so far. And once as the WBC progresses, I'll still be putting out some audio on it and start discussing some of the games and some of the other rosters. And until that time, just stay tuned, folks. I'm gonna see if any news comes out. If anything pops up, I'm gonna hop back on and we'll talk about it. So again, this is Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario, with another episode of Don Yankee con el Bori, presented by NYYNEWS. Shout out to Felix, la mente maestra de NYYNEWS. And if you get a chance, hop on that shop. Go to NYYNEWS shop and check out the merch that we have. The Don Yankee hats, the snapbacks. We got some t-shirts. You want to get a gift for somebody,
son,
or you just
where'd
want to
you
rep?
find this?
Go to NYYNEWS shop and get yourself some of that merch. Again, folks, till next time, hold it down.
Mixing live straight from New York City.